Okay, so Emilio, why are you running now?
Because we have to change the direction of our city. We are a lot better than what is being portrayed right now. We have a huge business class, entrepreneurial class, hardworking people, and they deserve more than what they're getting right now.
You've been a statesman, you've been in the White House for a long time with Bush Jr. Also, you were in the Trump transition team as well in Washington, so you understand Washington really, really well and the federal laws. And now you're running for City of Miami mayor. And how funny that right after you run, now they want to play the tactic, the dirty tactic of this stealing over elections. So
it is a coincidence, isn't
yeah.
it?
And how interesting that it happened after you and I talked and we made it public that we're gonna bring Doge to Miami, City of Miami, and we're gonna bring also the Department of Justice liaison, so we could get rid of all the dirty politics of City of Miami. How interesting that now this is happening, huh?
It's amazing, and we need to stop it. And luckily, I've been getting a great deal of support. Citizens are speaking out. The international, national media understands what's going on. Nobody ever reports what happens inside the city of Miami, but they're doing it now. And that's a result of the work that we're doing, the work that the people are doing, demanding accountability from their elected leaders. And we can't let this stand. You just don't cancel an election. You just don't do it.
You know, Emilio, they try to spin it. They try to say that they had the votes. Actually, we have a commissioner on the record saying that he finally had the votes, that he needed to do this before he didn't have the vote. So this goes against democracy. This goes about everything that we stand for. If you're a Republican or you're a Democrat or you're independent and you think this is okay, then the following
it's not okay.
The following power grab, what's going to be?
This can never be okay. Okay, stealing an election, which by the way, the Washington Times reported that the city commission was stealing an election. It can never be okay, and that's why I'm in this, and I'm in this to the very end.
So let me ask you something. You talked to Ron DeSantis, so our governor. What is he saying? And also
our governor has said publicly, he's written down that he supports the Attorney General. The Attorney General has written 2 opinions, and our governor supports him. Our governor was actually interviewed, I think it was yesterday, where he again said that this is not right. So I'm going to wait and see what happens, but I'm going to continue on my path. I'm going to move forward. I'm planning an election in November. I'm campaigning because we are going to have an election in November.
We are.
And nothing's going to stop me.
Now let's talk about issues. We have many issues with homelessness. We have many issues with taxes. We have many issues with the flooding. So many things that the commissioner should worry about, and they're worrying about this. How can we fix all of this, Emilio? And why we don't have a present mayor? Everybody tells me, no, we don't have a strong mayor. We don't have a strong mayor. Why we don't have a present mayor?
We need to have a city government that's there for its residents. This is clearly not something that the residents want. I mean, I don't see thousands of people lined up in front of City Hall demanding that they cancel an election. I mean, it's just something, It's almost like it's a solution in search of a problem.
Yes.
And with so many other things going on here, to your point, we have issues with homelessness, issues with crime, issues with flooding, housing. All of a sudden, this is important. Keeping themselves in power another year is more important than all the other things going on.
Exactly. The City Hall, what is the best thing that people could do to go to City Hall, to send an email to City Hall regarding this issue that they're stealing our elections? What's your best advice?
They need to continue to call and write to their commissioners. They need to call and write to the governor. And they need to make their voices heard. We can't be silent anymore. Too many people are silent here.
Now, instead of running for city mayor, now he is defending our rights. He's defending democracy, and we need money for that. He doesn't want to say he's a very humble guy, even though he has an amazing resume. But I want to do it. We need money. Your campaign needs money to fight this.
Yes, sir.
Tell my network.
We're now essentially focused on this lawsuit. We have to win this lawsuit. We're going to win this lawsuit, but nothing gets done. Whether it's the issues you talked about, none of that will happen if we lose this lawsuit. I have no intentions of losing this lawsuit. We have a first-rate legal team. We're right on the law, and we're right on justice, and we will prevail.
I lend his campaign my domain, which I own, which is cityofmiamimayor.com. Go to that website. Any amount counts, right?
Any amount counts.
Okay, let's go to our event, Emilio.
Thank you so much.
Emilio, tell my friends why you're running for mayor and why everybody should vote for you.
To clean up our city, we need to make our city better than it is now. It's a very simple answer. The services need to be better. The corruption needs to be less.
Emilio, thank you for coming.
Thank you for
like I
hosting
said,
me.
whenever I endorse you, I really think that you're the guy for the job. You have an amazing resume, and I want you to tell our network why they need to vote for you, how they could help, and how we could get the movement going.
Thank you for the invitation and the introduction. Listen, the most important thing right now is to have an election. The City of Miami commissioners have decided that we don't need to vote this November, that we should probably vote next November. And in fact, they go so far as to say that they cancel an election because they support democracy. Now, that is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. As a result, I've had to sue the City of Miami. It will be very quickly settled, either in the appeals court or the Supreme Court. But the fact of the matter is this is indicative of why I'm running. This is a city gone wild. It's a city which weaponizes its government against businesses if you go astray. It does it against other individuals. We have a commissioner now who a few years ago tried to run, and they changed the city boundaries to keep that person from running. And now you have them canceling an election, which means that they've weaponized the city against all the voters in Miami. And that's got to stop. And luckily for me, I'm able to do it. I have the resources, I have the energy, and it's the right thing to do. I cannot imagine in the United States somebody canceling an election and then extending themselves in office longer than their term. This is, in Spanish, this is called an autogolpe. Okay? Yeah. And it happens in other countries, but it's not going to happen here. I'm getting a great deal of support. I'm getting a great deal of media exposure. People are tired. People were willing to almost put up with, if you will, the Miami way of doing things. But they're not willing to do that anymore. People are upset. They crossed the line, and I'm here to take the charge. And I tell people, if they can steal an election, what else can they steal? Because it's just that self-evident. And I'm not negotiable on this. I'm not interested in a settlement. The only settlement I want is for there to be an election on November 4th, like they promised, like they advertised. And we're going to have that election, and I'm going to win that election. And when I get to City Hall, things are going to change. Se acabó el relajo.
100%. Emilio has a great platform. We agree on everything. And it's very funny that right after, not only after I endorse him, but after other public figures also endorse him, the city wanted to create this battle against an election because this man right here is the threat to the dirty politics of City Hall. Do you agree on that, Emilio?
Yeah.
So we need to change that. The dirty politics of City of Miami has to end, and it ends with electing Emilio Gonzalez. The platform when it comes to bringing Doge from Tallahassee to City of Miami, an accountability program or department that could oversee where we're spending the money, he wants to do it. He wants to bring the Department of Justice too. That was one of my ideas. If you do that, it's my idea. I want to bring the Department of Justice to City Hall because of all these scandals. I was talking to the campaign manager. All the scandals that City Hall has brought to us as residents for the last 5-6 years, everybody was investigated in the Department of Justice, from the Department of Justice. Everybody was sued, and we need to stop that. Emilio has an amazing resume, and he has never had a scandal, and he's a man of principle.
So, listen, I'm here to the end. I'm going to win this race. We're going to change our city. We have a bright future. Miami is a wonderful place. I mean, we're all here. We're all from somewhere else, and we choose to be here because it's a great place. But now we have to be a better place.
I want to help this individual make Miami the next capital of the world. The mega rich is coming here, and we have to do it. And another thing, Emilio is the CEO of a company. He needed to fire himself to actually serve the city of Miami and come to this political environment that now is costing him money, time, and all that. And for that, I have to thank you, Emilio. How can we make Miami the next capital of the world, Emilio?
Help me win this case. Help me create awareness of what's going on. Help me get the message out. We need to get people to vote. Miami has historically had a very low voter turnout. We need to get people to come out and vote. People need to be energized, and people need to help, hopefully, support my campaign. Everything I do gets pushed right back into the campaign, get the messaging out. Right here you have my website and my QR code, and the idea being that I have not stopped. There is a lawsuit. These people think they canceled an election, but they did not cancel an election, because I'm campaigning, I'm going out, I'm doing events like these, I'm doing many events like these, and in fact, my support has actually increased exponentially since they attempted this. So thank you.
And I
very
hope
much.
because it's because of me.
Of course, of course, of course.
cityofmiamimayor.com, so you could donate. Any amount helps. $20, $100. We created a movement. Emilio is sacrificing a lot, time with his family. He has a beautiful family, to fight for us. This is not just about an election. This is about fighting for democracy. And for that, Emilio, thank you,
sir.
my brother.
Appreciate it.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.